Hey Josh, I made a Drake t-shirt special for you.
So if you saw my other Drake and Josh video, we talked about the banned episodes. There's surprisingly a ridiculous amount in Drake and Josh above all shows combined. Like iCarly may have 2 or 3 here, Girl Meets World had one, Sunny with a Chance, sure. But Drake and Josh missed 6 out of the 14 episodes in the second season to being banned. 2 in the first season, and I didn't even check the other ones because I was too scared. But since there's so many, I wanted to do more than one today. I wanted to do number 1 fan and guitar. So today I want to get into another pivotal episode of Drake and Josh that did not need to be banned. And I bet when you guys see it, you're gonna really feel nostalgic. This was another staple of the Drake and Josh series. Let's quit jabbering and let's jump into it. What's up everybody, I'm Johnny2000, focusing on TV, music, movies, media, and so much more. Everything in the 2000s had a place. You were either a family sitcom, a work life or school show, or one of those lead ensemble shows. Drake and Josh was a perfect amalgamation of so many fun and hilarious topics.
Video games teach hand-eye coordination, which is why I now have cat-like reflexes.
In Season 2, Episode 10, Number 1 Fan, you get all the best elements of Drake and Josh in one go. You get Drake pursuing his music career, you get a fantastic guest star, and a really sweet moment, making you wonder, why is this lost to time, and how can I get it back? No, just kidding, you're not gonna work that hard, are you? I like that Campfire Kids is the name of the scout troop, like that's a funny parody of the Boy Scouts. The song that plays in the end of this episode is Drake's first album, Telegraph. Probably why it was taken off the air. Like, what a stupidly simple reason. This is one of the rare episodes to be included on the US releases of Drake and Josh, the best of seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. It's called Number 1 Fan, and it's featuring the all-famous Alyson Stoner, who played similar characters at the time.
Cool guitar.
Who are you?
I'm Wendy. Well, my real name's Melissa, but I hate the name Melissa, so people call me Wendy.
She tells Drake that she is his number 1 fan, and it is her dream for him to play a song for just her. She asks for an autograph, and Drake gives a Frankie Muniz from Josh's desk, and she essentially is pretty unapologetic about taking it. Meanwhile, there's this whole through line of Josh being in charge of the Girl Scouts. It apparently belonged to Walter, but since the kids are being so crazy, Josh needs to take it over.
All right, listen up, children. I am your new Campfire Kids chief.
You're our new chief? Seriously?
That's right.
I'm out.
I don't think you're supposed to fight fire with fire, guys. So while they're all on a field trip to the movie theater, which is not very Girl Scout-like, Wendy notices that Drake is on a date. She's skeptical and begins to question the girl.
So Larissa, what's your favorite song of Drake's?
I didn't know Drake wrote songs. I'd love to hear some.
I bet you would.
Only making Drake visibly uncomfortable. She shows up later at his house and gives both Drake and Josh gifts of Drake passed out in a shirt format.
Why are my eyes closed?
Oh, I took it while you were sleeping.
Right.
And this is one of my favorite jokes when she gives Josh the giant sweatshirt. Like, that's so rude to have assumed his size like that. I don't know why, it's just funny to me.
Is this for me or a sport utility vehicle?
Drake's getting ready because apparently this is his first radio appearance, so he's about to play guitar on this radio show. Wendy takes advantage of this too and decides to promote it by putting flyers all around Drake's school. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing is this? So Drake actually has to set a boundary, tell her what's going on, and that he will never care for her. Okay, wait, maybe he's taking this a little too far.
I'm not gonna sing a song for you, and I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not even your friend. So just leave me alone.
During the radio show, Drake is nervous and guilty about what he said to the girl. He takes out a note in his pocket that is his pic that he gave her earlier, saying that she's super sorry for everything she did. And obviously Drake is very sentimental and realizes that this is a big deal.
It's a woman, isn't it?
Kind of. Little woman.
Go to her.
Go to her?
Fix it.
It comes with a really awkward conversation with another artist, telling him to run back to whoever this girl is.
I'm disappointed in you for not braving the outdoors during a gentle rain shower. However,
Meanwhile, Josh is being tricked into a tent and locked up so the Girl Scouts could listen to Drake's radio performance. Wendy obviously doesn't want to because her and Drake now have beef, but it turns out Drake returns home. He ditched the radio appearance because he felt so bad about the way he acted, and he even asks Wendy if she still wants that song.
For me?
Just for you.
But what about all that stuff you said? I thought you hated me.
How can I hate my #1 fan?
It's a very sweet episode to see Drake have a redeeming quality. It's not super often we get it, and while we understand that a stalker is a big deal, and that it's justified that Drake had to raise his voice to assert a boundary like that, I think we feel really bad for the girl and look up to Drake for doing something he didn't necessarily have to do.
What are you doing here?
how come you're not on the radio?
Because I...
Otherwise, #1 Fan is just such a good episode, and I'm really sad that this is one of the ones that is not on Paramount+. Alyson Stoner is a gift every time she's seen on these kid shows, probably because she does her one singular character so well, and I could watch it in a feature film if I had to. The side plot of Josh being in charge of the Girl Scouts is just so perfect for him, because while he's not in the main plot, he still plays an active role in the show.
Everyone gets one, and then we'll hold a rally.
Overall, great episode, and reminds me of how sad it is that it's not available to everyone anymore. I like that we have the through line of Drake's radio appearance because it shows that he's still pursuing music. And of course, every Dan Schneider show has to have somebody pursuing some kind of art-like tactic. It can't just be two brothers going through life like it was in the License episode. It has to be musically intertwined.
Want me to play you a song?
For me?
Just for you.
But what about all that stuff you said? I thought you hated me.
How can I hate my #1 fan?
See, isn't this ridiculous? Like, why in the world would this episode be gone? And Drake's song is actually really good. I can't believe that just not having the music rights would be a reason not to put this out. The Frankie Muniz joke is gold. Seeing a random musician giving Drake advice to go back to Alyson Stoner is just so funny. And there's so much character in this episode. It's such a shame that it's not easy to find. Now let's talk about another episode that wasn't able to make it. This one actually is earlier in the season. The second episode that's also not on Paramount+. It's called Guitar. It's announced on the radio that the band Zero Gravity is coming to the town, and they're going to have call-in tickets, so the first caller would be able to win the tickets. Drake obviously wants to do this, so he takes it to the classroom. I don't know how he's so able to interrupt the teacher here, but he just blatantly, lies to the class and says he's gonna have a party.
So this Friday night, I'm having a history party. Awesome! So just be at my house around 8 o'clock and we'll party it up. Oh, and you have to bring your cell phones.
It's so funny how they portray Drake with technology, like he just keeps it in his hand and is staring at it the whole time. I don't know if that's what we actually did during physical class. And who is this teacher? Where's Miss Hafer? We still haven't had any recognizable teachers yet.
Excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention, please?
Drake, I'm teaching.
And you're doing a great job.
This show took a long time to develop because a lot of the normal everyday assets of Drake and Josh, I still haven't seen a lot of yet. So finally when he has this party and everybody realizes that he just wanted to use them to win this competition. Of course, guys.
I promise that later we can what? We can watch Yermo eat bugs, right, Yermo?
If it'll make me more popular.
It's so funny to think that Drake is so popular to a point where, if he had an entire party just for his own selfish deeds and he was found out immediately, he would just be able to continue being popular. But Drake is just able to come across as desperate, not worry about it, and every episode before and after this, he is the well-liked one. What?
Tell us your name, lucky caller.
Megan Parker.
Megan!
They find out that Megan is actually the caller. Drake and Josh run downstairs and Drake makes a bet that he'll do everything for Megan for the next week if she gives him the tickets.
Hey, fine, I'll do your homework. Now give it.
So Megan gives him the phone, and there's a question about the planets, which I don't know if Pluto's a controversy here. Maybe that's why they took it off Paramount+. But Drake remembers this song that Josh's teacher taught him, and they win. I forgot about this song.
Neptune! Neptune! It's Neptune!
You are correct.
Finally, Drake got the new guitar, and he's showing Josh. It's so funny because he idolizes it so much that he's like, do not take your eyes off of it. Josh doesn't know what to talk about with the guitar, which is hilarious. Like,
How's it going? I'm Josh. You like music?
meanwhile, Walter is trying to get to know Drake a little bit more because Audrey mentioned that they don't really bond super well.
Why are you waiting outside the bathroom?
I'm bonding with Drake.
Later, Megan asks Josh to see the new guitar, leading him to turning on the amp and actually setting it on fire. Oh, come on, Megan, you knew what you were doing.
That is a special guitar.
She set him up for this. So Megan is just hanging out while Josh freaks out about what to do. How's he gonna hide the guitar? The fact that he was raving about it so heavily in the scene before this just makes it even more stressful. Josh comes up with the idea to throw it in the guitar case and lock it.
It's locked. Yes! Some people care about safety.
Just calm down and give me the key.
What for? For to open the lock.
Why are you acting all freakish?
Dude, I lost the key, bro.
I'm like, this is not a good defense, Josh. So later, Josh and Megan go to the store to try to buy a new guitar and replace the old one. He doesn't really know how to buy guitars, and Josh is really funny in this situation. Later, Walter is forcing Drake to have a good time with him, and it is more awkward than ever. Drake has a talk with him and ends up just faking their bond to make Audrey feel better, and that's enough for both of them.
Maybe you should ask your new girlfriend to go bowling with you and your friends.
That's perfect.
Thanks, Dad.
Later at the Zero Gravity concert, Josh tries to get the guitar to the lead singer and get the signature so Drake will never notice he took the guitar. But the guy thinks he's crazy because obviously he's rambling at him, and Drake even walks in on the conversation, overhearing the whole thing, and Josh is embarrassed, but Drake says that he actually really likes that he did that for him. Aw, so it's a sweet moment. I wonder if it was taken off Paramount Plus, Drake and Josh being too nice to each other. Fans would have been suspicious, so of course they could not air it. While they're talking to the guy, Josh slams down the guitar case on the lead singer's hand.
What? Are you hurt? Yeah! Are you hurt? Is it your hand?
Yes!
Oh, I'm sorry. How many fingers am I holding up?
I don't care!
Oh. Get me a doctor! Somebody get me a doctor!
So he can't even go on anymore. Not only that, I guess he's rewarded for it because the band's manager wants to put Drake in instead of him, which would be super awesome, and obviously Drake's a good guitar player, so this is a big moment for him, and of course Josh helped it happen. In the end, Drake actually goes on stage and is super excited. The next day, the band manager even shows up to give him the check. Oh my god, he got paid. Dude, how old is he? He didn't have to sign a form or anything. They were just able to throw him on stage like that? I guess they did that back in the 2000s. Drake and Josh have another sweet moment, and Drake gives Josh the entire check in repayment for helping him with the guitar. Aw, what a sweet episode. We end with Megan taking away Drake's chips, and that's the end. This one is really fun because it's finally, the intentions of the characters are driven by something positive, like Josh not wanting to let down Drake, and Drake repaying Josh for something that he feels like they worked together to have. So when looking this up, I couldn't find the reason that this wasn't on Paramount Plus. Like, there's no like controversial themes on like some of the other episodes, or like moments that I think would constitute, you know, like hiding this episode completely. I think Megan is super adorable in this episode, and it does such a good job at establishing the bond between Drake and Josh in a more positive light, giving them an obstacle that both of them care deeply to solve. Some of the jokes are just hilarious, including the ones with Walter trying to bond with Drake and it coming across so unnatural. The show is so down to earth in such a weird way that I forgot about, especially in the earlier seasons, less put together. The side characters even have funny lines whenever they come up. Maybe the pee jokes where Drake is trying to go to the bathroom and Walter's trying to talk to him. Like, I can't imagine what thing would come across as too inappropriate. But overall, I definitely give this one of the better Drake and Josh episodes in general. It is classic, it has comedy, sticks to the premise of being stepbrothers trying to get along. Like, it's a good one. This is really good. I feel like these are two great cases of why music licensing should not get in the way of television. These are both amazing episodes that needed to stay in the ether, but they just weren't. All we can really do is be sad for a long, long time. No, I'm just kidding. As long as these episodes are available somewhere online and somebody has access to them, hopefully we will always be able to watch them. Who knew that 20 years after it came out, I'd be able to find it simply on a Facebook group? Like, people have such weird ways of finding lost media nowadays that I have no doubt that some way it will be preserved. But in the meantime, it still won't be accessible, and that's just a fact we all have to get over. But thank you guys so much for watching this duel video, and let me know what you think in the comments. Is there other episodes that should have been banned that haven't been? I'd love to know more. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.